Hefty's the name, shiny hunting's my game. Gotta catch 'em all, nothing's ever the same. With my trusty football, I'm always on the spree. No shiny can escape, they all come to me. Shiny after shiny, it's never enough. I'm on a quest, and it can get rough. From Pallet Town to Johto and beyond, I'm the shiny hunter, the bond is strong. I've caught 'em all, every shiny you can name. Kanto region, Johto region, I've conquered the game. Hefty is the king, the one who never quits. Caught 'em twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks. I conquered the game. Hefty's the king, the one who never quits. Caught him twice, now that's the real deal. No tricks.
What is going on? Happy Saturday, everybody. And we just got a sub. My goodness gracious, we haven't even started yet. We got a new sub today. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. What's going on, Spectre? What's up, Kiro? What's up, Big Cheese Thrifts? What's going on, Mewtwo? Welcome on, and let's see if we can get this dang fish today. What do you say? This weekend is our last chance to get this fish before Legends ZA comes out. So today and tomorrow, big important deal. We gotta see if we can do it. But how's everyone doing? How is everybody's week? What y'all been up to? Let's get this fish. I did some testing on the Switch too. Oh my gosh, Harry the Thwiz. Harry Thwiz, you were the one that subbed. Thank you so much and welcome to the party, pal. Eric, good morning. Good to see ya. Let's go ahead and knock out this Quagsire before we do anything else. But yeah, how was everybody's week? What did you guys have going on? I did some testing with the Switch 2 this week, and I still think that this hunt is better on a Switch, at least for my personal preferences. On a mission to perfect every Dex entry in PLA, good luck, James. That is quite the undertaking. Your cats are napping heavily? Nice. Merlin and... Oh, gosh, forgive me, Kiro. I can't remember the other cat's name. I do remember Merlin. It's a girl's name, I believe. Vivian, that's right, that's right, that's it. It's been a while, it's been a while, so I apologize. Eric with the 29 months of membership. Let's get some hype in the chat. Thank you so much, Eric. Hope you're having a good, very early morning. Okay, we got that dang Quagsire knocked out. Where the heck am I? Did I just lose? Yeah, I just lost my bearings totally. Let's go make a sandwich. Nickname sounds like Eevee. Oh, nice. I like that. Okay, let's... First off, let's save. There's no way those are shiny. There's no way those are shiny. I don't even have a sandwich going or anything like that. I don't want to get into that thing. You were up at 1? My goodness gracious. What time did you go to bed? Let's make a sandwich. And let's start off with a encounter power. I know everyone says do a jumbo, don't use an encounter power here. But it seemed to me like last weekend we were getting more spawns by doing the encounter. Vivi, ah, Vivi, that's a good name. That's a good nickname. Tuesday, you got a shiny Trevenant and 550 soft resets. Nice, congratulations, Spectre. Been exams for you this whole week. Well, did you ace them? And let me know if the sound of the game is okay. I can't hear it, so you're gonna have to let me know if it sounds all right. Under odds hunt. That's so cool. I love under odds hunts. Speaking of under odds hunts, last night I finished a very over odds hunt. Last night I came home, fired up the old Ultra Sun, and finally added something to my Premier decks yet again. I got myself Shiny Why Not. Shiny Why Not Masuda Hunt. So happy to finally have that done. I've been complaining about the Masuda hunts I've been doing, how long they've been taking. But you know, to be honest, I've been spending like a lot of time on them. Like maybe like 1 or 2 boxes, like a couple times a month. So it is totally my fault it took that long, but I'm glad it's finally done. Chunk says good morning. Good morning, Chunk. All right, none there. Let's reset. Six or seven turning into all these streams and stuff, and with everything going on, you really can't sleep with everything going on. Yeah, I understand that. I do understand that, Eric. James, welcome back to the Poliwag party. Let's get some hype in the chat. Thank you so much, James. Sometimes it takes forever for it to lock on, and then I get excited that maybe I found a shiny. Hoping government doesn't stay shut down, might not get paid. Yeah, that's a mess. I'm so sorry you're having to deal with that, Kiro. That's crazy. You know, as someone who whose dad was in the military for 30 years and had to go through some shutdowns, I know how stressful that can be. I hope that gets resolved quickly. Your mind's like on a whole other level. You're tired, but you have these dreams that wake you up in the middle of the night. You can't go back to sleep, and these dreams are like hitting close to home. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that. I can definitely relate to that. You learned something cursed last night. What'd you learn? Get out of my way, Lombre, so I can reset. Our current president is in the WWE Hall of Fame. I did not realize that. So far so good, Cheese. I'm working on my second cup of coffee. I'm hanging out with all you beautiful people. I'm doing some shiny hunting. It's 42 degrees outside, but I'm inside, so no, I can't really complain. We are not getting the spawns like we did last weekend. What the heck is going on here? Maybe we just got ridiculously lucky with the encounter spawns last weekend. Oops, there's one. Sure, it's not shiny, but yeah. Ed McMahon. You mean Vince McMahon? Ed McMahon is someone else. There's another one, and there's another. That's the one I just checked. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Vince. Well, yeah, isn't his wife Secretary of Education or something like that? Mermaid Mia, what's going on? I might just restart the sandwich. This is not nearly as good as it was last weekend. So doing Golbat, it's a slog. Well, I hope you get it soon. Later today, you're going to be going to a bowling alley. I haven't been bowling in a long time. I like bowling, um, but I'm not good at it. But the good thing is I'm not competitive. So I usually have fun bowling unless I'm playing with people that are competitive and they start like getting annoyed or trash talking. Then I don't have fun. Like, dude, just let me enjoy myself. You're getting ZA a week later, so basically you can't watch anything Pokemon related for a week. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna miss you, Mewtwo. Lennon McMahon brought his administrator the Small Business Administration. Okay, that's what it is. Happy Saturday to you, Red Eye. How you doing? Red Eye Jedi. Did I just reset over Shiny Lotad? I might have. Honestly, I'm not paying too much attention to the Lotads and Lombres. And even if I noticed it and caught it, I would have to get a shiny Basculin on the sandwich in order to keep it. You did the pre-order that gives a plushie? Nice. Which plushie are you hoping for, Kiro? I should bowl shinies in best of 3. Oh, he would win easily. Like, not even a contest. I enjoy bowling, but like I said, I'm not good at it. Like, shinies is literally a professional bowler. If by literally, I mean figuratively. He kicked my butt. Zubat and Golbat were the absolute bane of your existence in Gen 6. Now your 3 is in for a huge Golbat with a serious case of dry eye. Well, I hope you get soon. Honestly, don't care. You like Chikorita or Totodile? Nice. Yeah, the reason I didn't do the pre-order... well, actually, there's a couple reasons I didn't do the pre-order through the Pokemon Center. One, I wanted to have it day of, and I just don't trust that it would be delivered day of. And two... I already have a Chikorita and a Totodile plush, so I'd have a 1 out of 3 chance of getting one I needed. So I said, you know what? It's not worth... Like, if I didn't have any of the plushes, I would totally have done it. But since I had 2 out of 3, I was like, It's not... Like, if I was able to pick which plush, I'd probably do it. I do have a pre-order at GameStop. I'll be going there for the midnight release Wednesday night. I'll be getting my tote bag that's half ZA, half whatever the last card set is. List is dwindling a bit, been productive week and a half. That's awesome. Pre-order your copy of Z at GameStop so you can play it a day early. A day early? How are you going to manage that? You have somebody on the inside? Yeah, struggle with Shuffle Crobat, 2082 soft resets, and 7 phases of Shiny Golbat. Oh my gosh. That's too many phases. Accelerate! What's going on? Good to see ya. Two unopened white flares, you don't know if you should open them. I can't make that call for you. I am the last person to ask about card stuff. Yellow balloons, tons of yellow balloons, dang. Check the community post. Sure. I mean, I could probably check that now. I honestly forgot that was a thing. Oops. Hold on, give me until I can reset. Give me until we run out of Basculins. Oh, there's another one. You never know. Unless you do. Okay. No, it wasn't shiny. Okay, let me start Picnic. And let me check real quick. I don't know what's going on. I can't even figure out. I can't even figure out where to access the community posts. I don't even see the button. Ease dropping on ZA Talk. Ease dropping on ZA Talk. Gotcha. Uh, yeah, less than a week. Only a few days away, which is pretty crazy. One of those friends is online right now. It's a great feeling to be a hefty friend, but then if I go online playing embarrassing games, I'll expose you. Oh yeah, and you're always playing embarrassing games. I look at those games you're playing, and I'm like, oh my gosh. What is Eric even doing? Bella, I'm hunting one of your least favorite Pokemon. It's honestly one of my least favorite Pokemon too. I was never a huge fan to begin with, but then this hunt is such doo-doo butt. I hate this little stinker, but I gotta do it. I have to do it. I have to get the male and female Basculegions in Premier Balls. Because I'm a masochist. What's going on, Bella? Absolute doo-doo butt. But yeah, Venom King, I apologize. I don't know what's going on right now. Like, for some reason, I'm not able to see the community posts. I'm only able to see my posts on the channel. So, I don't know what's up with that. But I will check it after stream and see if I can find it. I feel like that's a feature YouTube, surprisingly, hasn't done too much with. You can watch FT on your Switch. That's true. There is a YouTube app on the Switch, isn't there? I've honestly never used it. Usually what I have going on is I'm sitting in the living room, I got YouTube on the TV, and then I'm playing on the Switch. Hassan, good morning. Good to see you. How's college going? You must be around midterms by now, I would imagine. Complete your midterms on Monday. Congratulations. They obviously have not kicked you out yet. Dang it. I hate it when I accidentally despawn a Pokemon. Haven't had to go to school all week. That's awesome. Oh, so is that like fall break? I remember vaguely. I remember we had like a long weekend. Like halfway through the semester, we'd have like a 5-day weekend or something like that. And we also would have like a 5-day weekend for Easter. Convenience of the circumstances, gotcha. Alright, come on, give me some spawns. Please. Please. Not Choodles. Those aren't the spawns I want. Dang it. YouTube still doesn't work on the Switch, which blows your mind. Oh, that's right. It won't work on the Switch too, right? Isn't that what you said? Like, the app wasn't working on the Switch too? Oh, there we go. There's one. 2. 3. I'll tell you what. If we get a shiny Basculin today, I will be the happiest boy ever. If we get a shiny female Basculin today, I will be the happiest boy ever on Earth. So I do have a male, so I need at least one female. So if the next one is female, that would be a big relief off my shoulders. Because otherwise, if we get a second male, we have... the third one has to be a female. Like goal 25. Thank you so much, Spectre, and thank you everybody for the likes. Let me get that pinned. All right. Yeah, let me know if the game sound is alright. I can't hear the game audio, so I have to depend on you to be my ears. Gone fishing. Indeed, indeed. Game audio is good. Game audio is good. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it. You're doing DAs. What you going for? Celia, good luck. I know our dear friend Anne Marie finally got her Palkia. And then did a random DA. It turned out to be a Cresselia, and the first check, the Cresselia was shiny. So hopefully there's some Cresselia luck for you today as well, Spectre. You can download it, you can transfer it over, it just doesn't work, and they claim they're working on it, but the Switch came out back in June, so it's a long time. Yeah, it's pretty wild that they still haven't fixed it. You can get the random plush ZA pre-order, so you do the one with the Charizard figures. Is that the UK one? I can't remember what all the different pre-order bonuses were everywhere. I'm just getting, unfortunately, like the in-game trench coat from GameStop, and also the tote bag from the midnight release. Yeah, those plush pre-orders seem to sell out pretty quickly. I think they were only around for a couple days. An umbrella. An umbrella would be nice. I haven't had a nice umbrella in a while. You never hear people talking about umbrellas anymore. Does anyone have a fun umbrella? Like, with, like, a sports team on it, or, like, a character, or maybe just a fun pattern? Let's talk about umbrellas. We're going to be an umbrella exclusive chat stream today. The only thing we're going to talk about for the rest of the stream is umbrellas. The last umbrella I got was when I went to the Little League World Series in 2019. They were giving away free umbrellas. That's my newest umbrella. You would like an Umbreon umbrella? That'd be pretty cool. Your umbrella is wide. You got one of them wide ones. A black, wide umbrella. Yeah, my standard one that I've had for a long time is black. It's just a short black one that I keep in the car. You know who else likes umbrellas? The Penguin. That was like his whole thing. Which never really made sense. Like, okay, so you're a character and you're based off a penguin. You wear like a tuxedo, you waddle around, and your weapons are umbrellas. Like, how do we jump from penguin to umbrella? Where's the connection there? We have a polka dot umbrella. That's nice. I like polka dots. Your wife has a flower umbrella. Ah, what kind of flowers? See, we're having fun now. Animal Crossing, a rainbow umbrella. Ah, nice. I can't remember what my umbrella is in Animal Crossing. It's been too long. Probably like whatever everyone thinks is like the worst umbrella, that's what my umbrella is. The kind that grows in dirt. Thank you, cheese. I think I've seen those before. Come on, where are we at here? So apparently I did already phase on a low tab, but I didn't see it. We're not going to call that a fail though, because I've already caught like a billion low tabs. And we were going to have to reset the low tab anyway. If I do happen to notice any more shinies, I will catch them, because there's always that chance that we can salvage it by getting the target. We got 10 minutes left on the sandwich. I think next sandwich we're definitely just going to do a jumbo sandwich. I think we just got really lucky last weekend by using an encounter power sandwich with the spawns. I felt like we got a ton of Basculin spawns last weekend. Tempest King, I'm also probably going to go with Totodile. That's where my mind is right now. But I will want to catch Chikorita as soon as I can in the game and put that on my team, because I have a feeling, and I don't know anything specific. I don't know any leaks. I don't know anything like that. I don't know any spoilers, but I do have a feeling that this game will give the Chikorita line a major upgrade. So I'm very curious to see what that is going to be. So I'll want it as soon as possible, but no, I do want to start with Totodile, because Totodile's my favorite out of the three. Plus, my first ever starter in a Johto game was Cyndaquil. And my most recent one, when I did a shiny starter hunt on Heart Gold Soul Silver, was a shiny Chikorita. So it's actually been a very, 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 very long time since I've had Totodile as a starter in anything. Today is exactly 9 years ago that you started Costco, celebrating with tons of coffee, which keeps you awake every day at work. Cheers to coffee. Cheers, indeed. And congratulations on the work anniversary. Or work-iversary, as some would call it. I wish I felt more confident about being able to spot the shiny Basculin by sight, because then I wouldn't bother KOing everything. I would just reset till I saw it. But I've literally even caught one of these. I've even saved the video of me catching it, and I still can't tell you 100% if I would notice it. The lighting specifically in this pond is terrible. There's so many clouds, there's so many shadows from the cliff sides and everything. It's insane. You can have two Basculin like right next to each other and they'll look completely different. The water kind of muddies the view when shiny hunting too. I agree with that as well. Thank God these guys don't go underwater. That would be even worse. You ever had that issue where you're hunting for something, you're hunting for a water type Pokemon, they like dive under the water? Ugh. First off, they look different. Second off, even if you have them targeted, sometimes your attacker can't KO them. So then you get all excited there might be a shiny. Hey, there's a shiny Quagsire. We have a Bunsen right here. And is that a shiny Lombre as well? It is. We got a double shiny. We got a Lombre and a Bunsen. That's wild. We might as well catch them. Alright, there's the Lombre. Neither one what we want, but you know what? Still pretty exciting. Please be female. Oh, it's a male. Dang it. Tyler Shanks, good to see you. I'm glad you're doing well as well. Enjoy Breath of the Wild, Grounded, Kirby in the Forgotten Land, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Starcross World, and Tears of the Kingdom. Spectre, you're back. 0 out of 4. Dang, buddy, I'm sorry. Oh, come on, get away from me. Big Cloudsire fan? Yeah, you are a big Cloudsire fan. You're like the biggest Cloudsire fan I know, Cheese. Which is awesome. Welcome back, Mewtwo. Imagine if we get the shiny now, and we can save the Quagsire and Lombre. Tyler, I have not yet. I still want to get it. I will probably wait and get it until after the ZA hype dies down a little bit. Honestly, I don't want to. I was thinking about it, and I don't feel like I wanted to invest in any other video games at the moment. Because I feel like I'm not going to play them for a while, so I don't feel like there's any reason to. But I definitely will. Yeah, how about Shiny is getting that Dang it! How about Shiny's getting that shiny Darkrai yesterday? That was wild. That was absolutely crazy bananas. Loops, what's up? Good to see you. Yeah, big shout out to Puffin. Awesome guy. Geez, maybe you should just stop showing up. I'm kidding. Doing around DA and it's Solgaleo. Ooh, I hope it shines for you. That was nuts, though. It was like 19.7% cumulative odds or something crazy like that. It was, what was it, like 1770 something checks? Good morning, Razzie. And Joseph rejoining the Poliwag party. Thank you so much, Joseph. Let's get some hype in the chat. We got 3 minutes left. Can we get a buzzer beater? Big Cheese with the happy poop and the 2 times and the 3 times happy poops. Thank you, Big Cheese. I wish I could see those, but I know everyone on mobile can, and that's what's important. The shiny golden poops. Going for the Sunburnt Kitty? Get it, Spectre. Pokerocks, what's going on? Good to see you. You like the theme that plays when fighting against either Effecto, Elphys, or Chaos? 2 planets approach the... Which game are we talking about, Tyler? Hey, there's a shiny Wooper. My goodness gracious. If you go to the shiny BASCULIN, can we play a game of Uno left-handed? No, we are not playing a game of Uno left-handed. As a left-handed person, that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. Still Forgotten Land. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, yep. That's like the final boss, right? That's the final boss in the base game. Yeah, I think I did like that music. Void Kitty cuddling on your lap, nice. Yeah, sorry, I'm not a huge Kirby fan. Forgotten World's like one of the first Kirby games I've ever played, so I am not great with the names of the characters or the enemies or the bosses. Final fight in Ultimate Cup Z. Oh, nice. Yeah, that had some good music. Basculin proved to be quite the hunt. Yeah, I even did 2 sandwiches last night, Razzie, on the Switch 2 and got nothing. I did one jumbo sandwich and I did one encounter sandwich on the Switch 2, and I decided I'm just gonna keep it on the Switch 1. I feel like that's the best chance I have. All right, this is gonna be the last reset. I did do a encounter power on this sandwich that's ending right now. Not nearly the luck that we had last week with the spawns, though. I mean, I know everyone has always said don't do an encounter, do a jumbo, but we tried it just for funsies last weekend. We actually got a lot of Basculin spawns, but now I think I'm realizing we just got really lucky last weekend. Every smile yesterday is imprinted on your brain. I can understand that. All right, this should be it. Sandwich is done. Sandwich is done. John Strecker, what's going on, buddy? All right, let's check out the shinies we did get and pay them homage. Starting with the level 72 Lombre. 67, what's going on? Anarud C. It is a mild Lombre. And to this mild Lombre, we say thank you for your service, but goodbye. I don't know why I'm releasing them. I'm resetting the game. All right, let's check out the Quagsire. Need warm and masculine. If it's not male, you're going to need to cry. Really, Razzie? Because I have only one male. I need a female, or I'm going to cry. All right, Quagsire. You were an impish Quagsire, and you were sleepy. You were a sleepy, impish Quagsire. We say thank you for your service and goodbye. And then Whooper, you were a modest Whooper. And it has the mark glitch. Unfortunately, you have the mark glitch. We say thank you and goodbye. Here we go. Razzie, when did you get the first two? I didn't realize that you had successfully hunted this before. Ouch, my boys. That's what I say too when I sit down too quickly. You Masuda them back when they were first available and got 2 shiny females. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, here's how much I hate Masuda hunting in this game. I am doing this hunt instead of Masuda hunting. I think that says a lot. But Razzie, speaking of Masuda hunting, look what I got last night. Finally, after months of hatching eggs off and on, I finally got my shiny Why Not in a Premier Ball. So that was exciting. Why not? Why not indeed? All right, let's make a jumbo power sandwich. All right, cucumber, not pickle. And spicy and salt. I think it needs to have salt if I remember correctly. Because why not? Exactly. If I remember correctly, this sandwich does need to have the salt to go along with the spice. How different from the others? Think it. How many phases? Yeah, that was a lot of phases. It was crazy. I remember there were so many times, Tyler, when I was playing that I thought, finally I beat it. And then there was another phase. And then I beat that phase. I was like, finally I beat it. And there was another phase. What did Cam do yesterday? He just, I can't even tell you what he did. It was just ridiculous. Pretty soon people are just going to start throwing nickels at him. I don't play Fortnite, but they dropped the Halloween stuff with the Horde mode. Fun thing was murdering the zombies as Ghostface. Oh, that's cool. New level of jerk. Oh my gosh, was he mean to you, Cheese? Alright. I like hunting in the daytime better anyway. Alright, there's a couple. I see a few. Let's check them out. So we've had 3/4 phases so far, because apparently I didn't see a shiny Lotad towards the beginning of the sandwich, which I have no reason to doubt. But yeah, we'll count it as a phase. So we've phased 4 times already. The lit in litigate. Can someone explain shiny hunting without a shiny charm? I feel like you're doing something wrong. So, I'm just going to call you Lit. What game are you playing in? Because there's lots of different ways to shiny hunt, depending on which game you're playing. So if you can narrow down by game, we can help you out. Playing Scarlet. Okay. So without the shiny charm, there's still a few ways you can shine. I mean, actually, shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet, it's the same with or without the charm. All the charm does is just, increase your odds. But there's 2 ways, and kind of a third way. The first way is outbreaks. So you find an outbreak on the map, and those look like this. Yeah, here's a Cleffa outbreak. Here's a Rockruff outbreak. Here's a Swaddle outbreak. You go and find those. You KO at least 60 from the outbreak. And then you just reset the spawns by either starting a picnic and ending it, or just running away far enough that they despawn and then getting closer again and respawning. And the odds, I can never remember the odds. I want to say it gets down to, is it 1 in 512 if we're just talking outbreak? But the odds, are much higher increased after you knock out 60 in outbreak. Another way that is kind of locked until post game is you can get stuff called Herba Mystica, and those are for making sandwiches. You can get those in 5-star and 6-star raids. By using Herba Mystica in a sandwich, which is what I've done here, you can get something called Sparkling Power, level 3. Right now I get Sparkling Power Water. This greatly increases the shiny odds of any Pokemon that is water type. In this particular case. So, you can also combine the two. You can have a outbreak going and make a sandwich, and that'll increase your odds even more. Thank you, Sir Knight, and good to see you, Sir Knight. So, okay, you just bought Scarlet, then I would say don't worry about the Herba Mystica for now. That's going to be a post-game thing, and that will become like a big thing that you do. But for right now, yeah, it would just basically be go to outbreaks, knock out 60 of them, and then just keep resetting the spawns until you see one that's shiny. Now keep in mind, in this game, unlike Legends Arceus, there is no shiny sound and there's no shiny sparkle when it appears on the overworld. You have to just see that it's there. Which for some Pokemon, like let's say Quagsire, is pretty easy. You just look for the pink one instead of the blue one. But for other ones like Basculin, it might be pretty difficult to notice if they're shiny or not. If you're ever unsure whether a Pokemon is shiny or not, just encounter it, see if it sparkles, and then you'll know. Or if you're auto-battling, like I am right now with my Vikavolt, where I just have it out, KOing stuff, if there is a shiny, it will not KO it. I'd love to be able to show you that on the stream, but my Basculin luck has not been great. Hey, no worries, Lit. I know that was a lot of information that I just went over. But yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to let us know. We're a very helpful channel. A lot of very helpful and intelligent people in the chat as well. I'm sure we can help you out. Ricky's body is safely behind tape right now, thinking about having a funeral for him. Wait, I missed it. Who's Ricky? Fun hunt that took you a real long time. You wound up getting it in MMOs anyway, but certainly possible. Oh, Crobat. Okay, Crobat. Razzie, I almost hate to tell you this because I feel like it's going to get you very excited and I'm eventually going to inadvertently let you down. But I do now now that I'm at a point where like I don't have much to do in the realm of shiny hunting, I kind of am more interested in doing Shalfa hunts now. I hate to say it, I did have fun getting those Shalfas for the Mega Evolution decks. I'm not saying anything about permutations. Don't get it twisted. But I could certainly see myself being like Mia lately and doing some resets in my free time. And to be quite honest, I'm trying to come to terms with the fact that with Legends ZA, that might be the only thing there is for me to do. Also, that sub count went up to 2178. If that was you, please let me know so I can say thank you. Ricky's dead roach you found at work. That was... Oh, yeah. I remember that, Eric. I remember you talking about that. Who am I really, Kokorux? Take off the mask. Oh my gosh. How rude. Are you implying that my face is a mask? Like some hideous Halloween mask? Like some sort of ghoul? Like some sort of ugly monster demon? That no one could actually be this disgusting in real life? Is that what you're trying to say? My gosh. How rude. I will twist you. I love your brain. I know that Prince will tickle that good stuff in the brain. Just you wait. Maybe. I'm not saying no, but I'm saying no. Ali, what's going on? Good to see you again. Oh, superhero alter ego. Oh, so you're not saying I'm ugly. Okay. If I was a superhero, and I'm not saying I am, so don't take this as an admission of my alter ego. If I was a superhero, I would probably be someone like Speedball. I think Robbie Baldwin is kind of like my... I'd like to say Cyclops, but no, I'm probably more of a Speedball. How did you just tickle yourself? You know, sometimes you just need to give yourself a good tickling, Razzie. That's what all superheroes in the sky say? Maybe. You just got an A+ on your quiz yesterday? Congratulations. Good job on being smart. Finally making it to a hefty stream. What's going on, Johto Jerry? Are you enjoying your time off? Your bumming around time? See the beard growing? Yeah, I didn't shave this week. I was a lazy bum this week. For some reason you see a particular album that had a roach stuck to the box. I don't know how it happened, but rip Ricky. Yeah, that's wild. You say it got stuck in the tape, right? Feels good to bum it out. Nothing beats a good bumming weekend. It's not bad for a week though. It's about average for me. Slime Boy, what's going on? Good to see you. So Razzie, if you ever want to put together like a spreadsheet of resettable Shalfas, I'd like to start with those. I know like the Gyarados wasn't resettable, that was a flyover, and that was fine, but I'd rather start off a little easier. Just something I can like absent-mindedly do while I'm watching TV. I don't spreadsheet. Why don't you spreadsheet? I mean, I need to teach you how to spreadsheet. But thank you, Razzie. In all seriousness, I appreciate you sending me a list. Teach me how to spreadsheet. I'll teach you how to perm. Well, my understanding is the best way to perm is with a spreadsheet. So I'm a little stumped as far as how you've been doing it without it. Thank you, Razzie. Thank you, Mia. It's been at work for at least a week or more, but you noticed that you have a bunch of new hires, so you wonder what they think. Maybe they think that Roach is just like one of their coworkers. Maybe they think the Roach is like head of purchasing or something. And the Roach was a big part of the work family, and you guys spend a week having him on display, like when head of state dies, and they put them in the foyer of the embassy. You know that thing. The Roach was a family we made along the way. That's right. Range B4 to F1. That is a thing with spreadsheets. Yeah, I haven't heard anything. I know that the data mines are out now. Apparently, the leaks are everywhere. The game is just a few days away from release, and I haven't been following any of them because I want to be surprised. But that said, and I'm not asking for people to confirm or deny what I'm about to say. Do not confirm or deny what I'm about to say if you know the answer. But I still haven't seen anything official from Nintendo about any sort of new Pokemon or new forms other than Megas. So I'm slowly trying to be okay, slowly trying to accept that there won't be anything new for me to shiny hunt in this game. So if that's the case, I guess I'll start shiny hunting alphas in the game. You confirm or deny? Slowbo, come on now. What'd I just say? There's a trailer released at the top of the morning, you believe? What, today? There's a new trailer today? Was there really? Gene Ramsey 2026 are going to be alpha boys. Look, I told you not to get too excited. Now I feel like so much pressure. I'm feeling like all the pressure right now, Razzie, and it makes me uncomfortable. You can confirm your friend Malamar's in the game. Nice. Alright, hold on. I'm going to quickly... I already had jackets made. I could see that. Oh yeah, I want to try the Gallade. You know what, Razzie? I did try the Gallade once. I spent like 2 hours getting up to the back door. I went in through the back door of Gallade, and I spent so long getting up there that I did like 4 resets, and I was like, I'm done. Okay, I don't see any new. I don't see any new videos on the Pokemon YouTube channel for ZA. I'll look more in depth later on. It's tough to get up there, but each check is about a minute. You have to, once you get done, you have a big blue man. That's right. Back again, any bites? Spectre, no Basculin yet, but just the 4 phases so far in the first sandwich. Oh, okay. It was from the U. Okay, hold on. It was from UK, and it was a short. That's why I was looking at videos. Hold on. Yeah, it's gonna be. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah, it's just the 4 non-starter, non-Raichus. It's just the Dragonite, Victory Bell, Halucha, and Malamar. Would I rehunt Drago if I had a Mega and ZA? I mean, I would have to, right? Four phases, they should call you Marvel with all this phases. Hey, now. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Just, I mean, we're in the last few days. I see them. I should say, I would imagine they're going to be releasing a lot more promotional material, but I don't see them. I don't see the promotional material having anything new. I think it's going to be kind of repackaged, already announced stuff. And I don't know, and again, I'm not looking for confirmation or denial. I don't know if the starters are getting anything new, but just as a reminder, they didn't officially announce the Hisuian starter final evolutions until I think it was the day of release. They came out with the promo video. You don't like that you don't like that Mega, Razzie? Old Nintendo, how you doing? How was the blood work yesterday? Did they leave you any? Hey, there's our 5th phase. We got a shiny Choodle over there. Might as well catch it. Heard nothing about the starters. Yeah, I haven't either, and I don't want to. I thought it was really cool. Like, I had heard that they were getting regional forms, but I didn't know what they looked like until I evolved them in Arceus, which was really cool. Yeah, so for anyone that hasn't heard me tell this story before, I used to be like all about the spoilers. Uh, Wonder if we will shiny hunt them. I hope we can. I was talking about the Cal stars. No, I meant the actual Legends ZA starters. They left you a little. That's good. 25 likes. Thank you guys so much for the likes. I guess that means we need a new like goal. All right, am I caught up on chat? Day before or 2 days before for sure. Okay, yeah. But it was like right when the game was coming out, like to the point where basically no one was even checking the channel anymore because people were watching people that were in Australia playing it. Yeah, so anyway, like, I used to always be a huge spoiler guy. Like, even, like, back in the Gen 2 days, I remember getting online and looking up the sprites of the Gen 2 Pokemon once Gold and Silver was released in Japan. Back then, it was months before the US would have the releases. And I remember looking up all the sprites and, like, learning the Japanese names and downloading Japanese ROMs to play on my computer before the games were officially released in the US. And that kept up all the way through Gen 7. So, Gen 2 through Gen 7, I was spoiled on absolutely everything when it came to the Pokedex before the game would even come out. Gen 8, I knew some things, but not a lot because I hadn't bought a Switch yet. It was the one gen where I didn't buy a new mainline title the day it came out. So I was aware of what was going on with Sword and Shield, but I wasn't like too obsessed with it because I knew I wasn't going to be buying it right away. But by the time I did get the Switch in 2020 and bought Sword and Shield, like there weren't really a lot of surprises for me. But then when ZA was coming out, I decided that I didn't want to know too much. I wanted to go in uh, a little blind, and I had so much fun. So I did it again when Scarlet and Violet came out, and that was a blast. Streaming Scarlet and Violet with all y'all and seeing Pokemon for the first time was an amazing feeling. So I'm trying to do that again. I didn't even realize that we had clustered as a command here. That's awesome. I totally forgot we did that. That must have been from the olden days. Too many amazing people in here is right. Call me Amber. I'm just clustered. Sorry, Cheese. I did that thing that I started talking and that gave me like chat blindness. Where are you saying things? Hold on. I'm very leaky. No, I went to the doctor, got that fixed. When I finish ZA and start the shiny grind, shiny hunting, alphabet order, Pokemon A to Z. Could be. Not a bad idea. I have to say, and I'm not saying I'm any sort of an influencer by any means. I'm probably just the only one, or one of the only ones that started like a year and a half before the game came out. Anyone notice how many streamers on Twitch and YouTube nowadays are doing mega dexes, shiny mega dexes? I even saw that Reversal was doing it the other day. Light Goal 35, thank you, OND. Not that Reversal has any idea who I am. For my young 40s, oh my gosh, me too. What am I going to do with you? Yeah, home availability won't be coming out for quite a while. I mean, even on the press release, all it says is scheduled to come out in 2026. So, I'm assuming, just based off of historical releases, I'm assuming it'll probably be around Pokemon Day. Or at the very least, I think they will announce on Pokemon Day when home compatibility will be coming out, and I don't think it'll be far along after that. But yeah, a lot of people have been talking about the fact that Pokemon, once transferred into ZA, can't be put in any other game. There's a lot of opinions on that. But I feel like in those conversations, we're forgetting about that's not even going to be an issue for several months. I feel like the way people are talking about it, there's some people out there that think that home compatibility is going to be a day one thing. It's not. It's going to be at least a few months. You haven't seen particularly, you believe it? Yeah, I mean, I've definitely seen some people do it. And I'm not like trying to claim credit or anything. I just think it's funny that I mean, that challenge was originally recommended to me by Shinies last August. It's just kind of funny that like, well, yeah, people are going to do that. That's an obvious challenge to do. I was just the one dumb butt that did it like a month or a year in advance. I decided to peruse on Twitch the other day. Yeah, I should dress like some of the folks on there to get more views. I don't think so. I think I've gotten past that phase of life where I dress in a way that screams, I want you to treat me like a normal person, but I'm going to dress like a crazy person. and you're not allowed to comment on how I dress because that's my individuality. Um, but I want to normalize my individuality. I went through a short goth phase in high school. That was about it. Other than that, I've always kind of just been like a t-shirt and jeans guy. You've never seen Hefty's hair before. You know what, Mewtwo? I haven't seen my hair in a long time either. I'm the real McCoy. Hey, don't be doxing my last name. Hefty McCoy, that's my name. A lot of documentaries start out with Twitch streamer, Scandalous. It's wild how many documentaries I see nowadays that are mostly based off of TikTok. So many crime documentaries that start off with TikTok. Every Halloween costume is your profile pic. Not your new profile pic though. Okay. Brett Polyworm McCoy is a sick name. That is a pretty cool name. Yeah, like I hate watch those documentaries, like the ones where it's like TikTok dancers that, you know, the kids are being like exploited by their parents or their manager, and it turns out it's actually a cult and all that. I just watch that stuff, and I'm just like, the world is a wild place. The world is an absolutely wild place. Not a fan of crime documentaries? Oh, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. I know it's not a documentary, but I'll probably watch that dang Ryan Murphy Monsters season this weekend. Matthew Snyder, good morning, my friend. Not only the king of Pokemon Go, but now the king of chain fishing. Cult, the life story of Jared Leto. Is Jared Leto in a cult? How caught up on Law and Order am I? Are you talking about the television show? I don't think I've watched it since like '98. He's the leader of one? I did not know that. So you're saying Goldeen only phased once on Magikarp? Oh, you did get the second Goldeen. That's awesome. I knew you got the first one. But congratulations on the second one. No, geez. I mean, other than like occasionally throwing it on in the background while I'm doing stuff, I haven't watched a lot of Law and Order. I think shows like Law and Order, NCIS, things like that, those are fine like background shows because it's not really serialized. I mean, some of the storylines with the characters are like, you know, what's going on in their home lives, but like you can just throw on any random episode and like it's fine. Like you're not going to be lost. You know, you don't need any background information, and that's cool. But as far as like being on my list of things I like to watch, it's not really on my list of shows to keep up on. I'm not saying Law and Order and stuff like that are bad shows. They're fine shows, but it's like going over to a friend's house and you ordered a pizza. It may not be the pizza that you would order yourself, but it's still pizza, and you're going to enjoy it while you're there. ZA almost here. John Strecker, thank you for the 19 months of membership. Law and Order took over your life in college. I did. You know, it's funny you say that. I had a friend, my buddy Mark from Texas. Actually, you guys might remember there was a period of time where he'd be lurking in every stream. But my buddy Mark from Texas, he would always watch Law and Order in college. Benson, I remember Benson. You summon the rain. Don't know if she'll come. I hope so. It's always nice to see rain. I know I streamed very early for her though. You like my shirt? Thank you. It's like a weird green with a collar. You were a Stabler fan. Oh, those are character names. I was thinking of the television show Benson. See Matthew's roomie walking like, hey mom, when did you get here? Yeah, I can see that. Where the heck is this BASCULIN? I really hope we get at least one today. Yeah, you get up really early, Eric, and I know she's usually up late playing Overwatch. Matthew, I need you to bring your fisherman's luck in here to the hunt. Help me get this shiny fish. We've already phased 5 times today. You beat the kitty with ease? Nice. I remember that one, like, could be fairly difficult, actually, if you didn't have a good team. I remember that one was a little rough. Not as rough as Zygarde, certainly, but I think there were quite a handful of Solgaleos that we did not beat when we were going for it. Lunala was a lot easier. What we phased on? A Lotad that I missed. I was told that I missed a Lotad. And then on... so, okay, first sandwich. A missed Lotad, and then a Lombre, a Quagsire, and a Wooper. And then on this, the second sandwich, we phased on a Choodle. And we have 1 minute and 41 seconds left on the sandwich. 0 out of 4? Dang. Third time in a row on the stream. This is the second time. I did not stream last Sunday. So we did this hunt last Saturday, and then we're doing it today. And I needed the morning last Sunday. I mean, everything was fine. There's no like nothing bad or anything. I had some chores and errands I needed to run. I just needed last Sunday. Oh, the 100% luck. Yes, that is third time in a row. Yeah, Matthew, the one Basculin I have, I did not get on stream. I got that off stream like over a year ago. This is kind of like the female Torchic hunt and the Sizzlipede Masuda hunt. I've been doing a lot of off-stream hunts that have not really amounted to anything, so I'm having to do it here. I'm wild for doing this in Scarlet Violet. Matthew, this is literally the only place I can do it. Remember Throwback Thursdays? I do. And Flashback Fridays. You start the sandwich before the hunt? Yes, I make the sandwich before I start hunting. I do have PLA, but Matthew, come on now. Come on now, Matthew. Think about it. Think about it. Use that big brain you have. Sir Ralph, good morning. Matthew's going to get there eventually. Matthew's eventually going to get to why I am not hunting for this in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Or Razzy's just going to give him the answer. You feel big dumb? That's okay. You're not the only one. Okay. No sandwich left. But let's pay our salute to Shiny Choodle. It is a brave Choodle. This was a brave Choodle. Let's say goodbye. Thank you, Choodle. Thank you for your service. No, Matthew, I mean, I do have a white striped basculin and both male and female basculegion in Hisuian balls slash strange balls, but I do want to get them in premier balls. I know you do, Spectre. You are a fan of the channel, unlike one of my mods. Thank you all for the 30 likes. Thing runs away faster than a scared Regieleki, right? Matthew, I'm just giving you the business. I hope you know that. Because it's good as... No, because I got to catch everything in a premier ball. If there's two things you should know about my channel, it's one, with the exception of shiny lock Pokemon and things like Jirachi and... No, Jirachi, because I have the Manaphy now. With the exception of shiny lock Pokemon and Jirachi, I have every Pokemon shiny. Now, there's a few forms I'm missing. There's 10 unknowns I need, and I need a 3 family household. But as far as Pokemon go, I have everything that's shiny huntable shiny. And I like to catch everything in a Premier Ball. So at this point, what I'm doing is I am working on trying to get things that I already have shiny, but not in Premier Balls. From Premier Balls. Can't believe that Jerry has a shiny that you don't. That's the sole reason he's a mod. The other thing you need to know is Reggie Drago. Come on now, John Streckard. I thought you and I were on good terms nowadays. Favorite DS, 3DS game? It can be something other Pokemon. Well, it's going to be Pokemon. Because I actually, if we're talking like Game Boy Advance, even DS, I had a decent amount of games, but like when it comes to the 3DS, it was basically Pokemon. Maybe a couple of other games, but it was basically Pokemon. I would have to say it's got to be Ultra Sun. I've literally put thousands upon thousands of hours in that game. Reggie Drago only took 168 encounters. For whom? Link Between Worlds. I need to get it, Razzie. I need to get it. I don't own it, but I need to get it. You have a shiny that I don't either? What's that, Matthew? Jerry, that's seriously like one of the biggest flexes anyone can ever have. Partner Cat Pikachu. That's true. I don't have that shiny. I do have the Surfing Pikachu from Ultra Sun. Uh, 16,480. It was 16,840. You were so close. 16,840 for the Reggie Drago. Let's go ahead and do our first mini game of the day. This one is going to be guess the Marvel superhero. I do have a shiny Pachirisu. I have a few actually. You got nothing to brag about? That's not true, Slowpoke. You're an amazing person. That's something to brag about. Someone do the Ranger Manaphy? I was going to. Like, I even, like, reset the flag on my copy of Pokemon Ranger, and then after the home Dex completion reward, I was just like, forget it. I don't even care. Not Dungaree Kid, not Daredevil, not Flipman, not Obnoxious the Clown, not The Threat, not Jean Jacket Man, but Sir Ralph coming in with the correct answer pretty much immediately. It is, in fact, the one, the only, the spectacular, the sensational, the friendly neighborhood, the amazing Spider-Man. This is 9 Lives has the Black Cat. This is all the Amazing Spider-Man comics from 1978 to 1980. This is volume 11. Dr. Waffles, what's going on? Good to see you. A lot of great stuff in this volume. Here's a battle between Spider-Man and Captain America with Electro in the background, in the shadows. We got this is an actual character that you probably didn't know existed. Here's Spider-Man versus the Fly. The Fly. We have the first appearance of the Black Cat. What a fly guy, right? And then that ends up leading into a battle against the Kingpin. Classic Kingpin, white jacket, purple pants, like most rich people dress in. Which then goes into a Mysterio story. Which then goes into, this is a little bit of hefty lore. This was the first, once I got into comic books back in 91, this was the first back issue I bought. Because I was a huge fan, still am a huge fan of Mysterio, but I found this comic book at a comic book store and I bought it for like, I don't know, $5. But that was the first back issue I ever bought. That was issue 199, which then leads into issue 200, where Spider-Man meets for the first time since his first appearance the burglar. He reruns into the burglar that killed Uncle Ben. Because in the comics, burglar didn't die. And then we got the Return of the Punisher, which then goes into already the second two-part Black Cat story. So good stuff, good stuff. This was 78 to 80. This includes some comics that came out the year I was born. Pretty neat. All rich people wear purple pants, right? I mean, they're the only ones that can get away with it. Thank you for the hug and the $20, Spectre. If you were to reverse time and decide that you can only know of and read one comic book series the rest of your life, which would be Batman for you? Okay, so let me ask you this. Is this like if I had to start over? Like if my memory was wiped and I had to start reading comics for the first time and I could only read one series, or would I retain my knowledge? So like would I retain the memories of the comics I've read already, or would that all be wiped? Still need Drago. Aleki came in at 1501. I didn't know about that. Congrats on the Aleki. No memory and brand new. It's got to be Spider-Man. It's got to be Spider. I know it's such a basic answer, but Spider-Man has always been my favorite superhero since I first started reading comics. Batman's a good call though. If I would retain the knowledge, I would have picked Batman because I'm actually reading a lot of Batman comics now. But I've always like been aware of the Batman stories, but I've never read them until I got into the subscription thing. So if I like restarted over and I kept my memories of comics I've read, I probably would have gone Batman. Good morning, Chem Nation. How are you? That's a good question, Cheese. That's a good question. So, like, if I could only read one comic, would I like be like locked into Amazing Spider-Man, or if Amazing Spider-Man crossed over into other comics, could I read those as well? Did Hefty the streamer get shiny today? Chem, so far we have gotten we've phased 5 times. The first one I did not see. I was told about after the fact. But we've seen 5 shinies today. none of which so far have been Basculin. Surprised we haven't phased on a Dreadnought yet. Oh, guess the thing yesterday? Yeah, that was crazy. Foreshadowing. I'd be okay with that. I feel like that's the only thing we haven't phased on yet here. At least water type. We phased on a Choodle, we phased on a Lotad, we phased on a Lombre, we phased on a Wooper, we phased on a Quagsire. I think it's the only thing left. Yeah, Light Bright Peg was crazy. It's the guy from your PFP. It is. More phases than a high schooler saying goth or emo. You know, I wonder if emo was a thing when I was in high school. I wonder if I would have been emo, or if some of my friends would have been emo. Goth was definitely a thing, but emo wasn't a thing yet. 5-6 per picnic reset. Surprised you don't have it yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You hated Kemp for 7 hours after the stream because of the light bright. You know what threw me off, and I understand why he said it. Cam, I know you're listening. It feels kind of weird talking about you while you're here. I understand why he said what he said about you make art with it, but I've never considered Light Bright to be an art thing. I've always considered it to be a toy. But I guess it is a toy, like, to make art. I've just never thought of it as art. Probably was, but it wasn't labeled yet because of the labels. Well, I'm trying to, I mean, like, I'm trying to think what would have been emo back in my day. Pokestar, with the 2 months of membership, it's been a while. How are you, my friend? Doing fantastic. How you doing, Pokestar? Like, the closest thing I can think of that could be considered emo from back in my day is The Cure. I could see The Cure being emo. Maybe Depeche Mode? But they dressed in pretty much classic goth. Making dinner, good luck. Thank you, Kiro, and thank you for being here. So happy to have you back. You've been missed, and I really do hope the shutdown ends quickly for you. Light Bright's a decent sensory toy. Yeah, I've just always thought it was a toy. One time at a con, someone did an entire display with 12 Light Brights stacked 4x4. That's pretty wild. And 4x3? Or 16 Light Brights? You have a seizure disorder. Ah, okay. And thank you all for the likes. We have hit our like goal. It looks like we need a like goal of 45 now. 4x3, gotcha. So 45. Thank you, John Strucker. I like Light Bright pegs. I just think they're neat. I just think they're neat. Oh, I just remembered. Jerry, are you still here? I just remembered. I had a brilliant idea for the stream. A brilliant idea that I think is incredible that Matthew's absolutely going to hate. Matthew is going to quit being a mod when I announce this. I came up with a new thing. So you know how Kem has like the wheel, and that's a lot of fun, and you know everyone gets to laugh at Kem because he's acting like an idiot when he has to do stuff on the wheel, and you know how Shinies relies too much on AI and ChatGPT to create things for him instead of creating them himself. And so like they use those to, like, you know, have like dono goals. I have a new dono goal, and it's gonna be fantastic. Let me set it up. We'll let this go for, yeah, 3 hours, might as well, or 2 hours. Um, there we go. We have a goal on the channel now. And we will never see Matthew Snyder again. What did I miss? Matthew, I was just saying that I would completely understand if you quit being mod based off of my donation goal. So yes, for just $10. Who decided the song? It's random. It's random. I will open. I have my Pandora open up. My personally curated Pandora channel, full of hit songs from the '90s. I will turn it on, and I will be the only one to hear it. So I will be singing a cappella, and you will hear me sing a '90s pop song. I may not know all the words. So while I use Pandora, you know what? That hurts because it's true. No, 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 no. It's per. It's per, Jerry. It's per. So we don't have to hit the goal of $10 donos. It's for each $10 dono up to 10. Pandora, nice music. Headphones are wired too. Nope, headphones are not wired. They are Bluetooth. Hey, Ari, good morning. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Do I need help? You know what, Razzie? I did. I did need help setting it up, but you weren't here before stream. In fact, I had to go with my backup earbuds because the ones I wanted to use wouldn't work. And Eric with the $10 dono. Thank you so much, Eric. All right, I guess here we go. You guys are in for something special. Wait, what the heck? Something's playing in my ear and I don't know what it is. Oh, it's my phone. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Hold on. Gina, good morning. Thank you for the corgi. Guys, give me a second here. I got gorillas playing in my ears, but I don't know where it's coming from. So I don't know what's happening. Is it connected to my car? Hold on. I did test it out before stream. I have gorillas in my ears and I don't know where it's coming from. You can watch an entire stream of Hefty panicking, getting frustrated with technology. Well, you might be in luck. Hold on here. Everything works until I actually go online. Carly May, good morning, or I guess good afternoon. Okay, I should be connected now. There we go. All right, here we go. I'm connected now. Here we go. It is an ad. It's an ad. All right, I'm gonna start singing here in a second. But Carly, thank you for joining. Sing acapella to the gorillas. I mean, there's a good chance that can happen at some point. What do we got? Oh, this is fitting. This is fitting. This one's technically a 80s song, I think. I'm just waiting for the lyrics to start up. This one goes out to you, Eric. Thank you again for the dono. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday white and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you, it's Friday, I'm in love. Monday, you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start, it's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday's great. Sunday always comes too late. Friday never hesitate. Monday's blue. Tuesday, Wednesday, hard to tack. Thursday, never looking back. It's Friday, I'm in love. Thank you guys, thank you. I appreciate all the support for my beautiful voice. And Twy, good to see you. Monday, you could hold your head. Tuesday, Wednesday, stay in bed. Oh, Thursday, watch the walls instead. It's Friday, I'm in love. Saturday, great. Sunday always comes too late. Friday, never hesitate. It's a such the eyes, it's a wonderful surprise. The teach in the spirit's lies. And the stars its eyes. So you gotta see sitting round and round. And so to these pies, it's just sighs. So your cheese in the middle of the night. And the stars, there's a burning stars. It's Friday, I'm in love. Care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's great and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you, it's Friday, I'm in love. They could hold your hand. Tuesday, make my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday. I'm in love. Oh. Do 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 do. Oh. And there we go. That was Friday I'm in Love by The Cure. You're welcome. All right, let's get back to the hunt. Brought a tear to your dog's eye. I believe it. When is the album dropping? Never. This is a YouTube live stream exclusive. This is the only place you'll ever hear it. So make sure you show up every stream. Eric has never regretted spending $10 more. Aren't I scared of copyright? No, I'm actually not. That's why I purposefully messed up some of the lyrics so that I would not get. Do we pick the songs? Gina with the $9.99. You don't. It's random. It's random. Okay. Guess we're doing another one. Hold on a second. Hold on. Okay. All right. What's the next one going to be? Why are you buffering? Oh, you're in for a treat. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. When I get drunk, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And when I haver, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's offering at you when I know I'm just darn to you. When I go out, when I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. And I go, and I know I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da la da, da la da, da dun da dun da dun da da da. Da la da, da la da, da dun da dun da dun da da da. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. Thank you, Shinies. Well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. When I'm home, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's come back home to you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da, da-da-da, dun-da-run-da-run-da-run-da-run-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-run-da-run-da-run-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, run-da-run-da-run-da-da-da. Da-da-da, da-da-da, dun-da-run-da-run-da-run-da-da-da. I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles, fall down at your door. Here you go, Gina. Shinies, thank you so much for the dono. We are going to take a couple minutes off. It's important that I don't overexert my voice because, you know, it's an instrument. I have to treat it properly. But we will do a song for you later. Unfortunately, it is random, Nick. You can't pick the song, but Daft Punk would be a good choice. That is a 90s song, Razzie. That is. I will give it to you that The Cure's Friday I'm in Love was an 80s song, but The Proclaimers, that is 90s. Sing the gospel song, Oh Lord, Oh Lord. Yes, Lord, is that what it was? Yeah, also, I want to be able to talk with chat for a little bit, including saying hello to Miju. What's going on, Miju? So nice to see you. Thank you for being supportive. Did we end up with anyone left? Wow, we actually didn't lose that many viewers. That's impressive. Do a gospel song on Sunday? We can do that. You saw Tron Ares last night? How was it? You came for the song, you don't regret it. How am I doing? I'm doing good, Miju. How are you doing? We're gonna hear Around the World, aren't we? I mean, I could just like, I could sing Around the World right now. Around the world, and then just, you know, loop that for 6 minutes. 1988, really? See, I had never heard that song until it was on the Benny and June soundtrack, and I assumed that like that's when the song came out, but maybe it's one of the songs that had been out for a while, but it didn't get popular until then. So that could be Razzie. It was a hit in the 90s. I guess that doesn't necessarily mean it was recorded in the 90s. I need a loop pedal, that's right. If I don't hit the exact amount of Around the World, I need to start over. How about I just say Around the World for the rest of the stream? How was Roofman? That looked like it might be funny or it might be bad. I've lied for both songs. I did not lie. The name of the channel literally is Summer Hits from the 90s. It was neither funny nor bad. Okay, interesting. If you're a big Tron fan, you will be upset. Okay. I am not a big Tron fan. I enjoyed the first movie and I enjoyed the second movie. But I gotta be honest, I can't say that, like, I'm a hardcore fan. Amber, what's going on? Good to see you. Kind of like with Star Wars. Like, I've seen all the Star Wars movies, but I can't say I'm, like, a huge fan. Alright, we got 7 minutes left. Lacks story and character development is merely a visual spectacle. If you're a 9 Inch Nails fan and are just there for the funky futuristic vibes, you'll probably enjoy it at least a little bit. I do like 9 Inch Nails. You're okay? It would be cool if this lake had arachnid and eels. Well, it does have eels. It does have eels, Twilight. but no Arachnid. Rotten Tomatoes critics gave it 55 and people gave it 83. Isn't that usually the case though? Like typically, isn't it that the Rotten Tomatoes critic score is a lot lower than the audience score? Multi-hour music video. You hope the next 890 song is Beethoven or Bach. You know what, Razzie? I thought you and I were like getting along today. But okay. Let's go ahead and do the song for Nicholas. See what this one's going to be. Ban you? No, I could never. Alright. Hopefully this will be the last one. But I'm not in charge. I met Beethoven before. You know what, Mewtwo? Get out of here. You're banned. Oh, this is going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one because I don't think anyone knows the words to this song. This is definitely 90s. Most audience scores are high in Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah. That's typically what it is. No, not the Macarena. You're close. I wonder if anyone's going to guess this one. And I said that my revenge on the radar. Where'd you go for tomorrow and I see Jesus as go. It doesn't even care. And I feel it. And I feel it. Where'd you go for tomorrow? Where'd you go for the master found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. When the sands you blow. Big T's Thrust is right. It is Stone Temple Pilots. It is plush. Mia, please. Feels friends on the weather. And I see the eyes of disarray. Would you even care? And I feel it. And she feels me. Him. Where you go for tomorrow? Where'd you go when the mouse are found? And I feel when the dogs begin to smell her. Where'd you go alone? Where else to find her? You got time, wait for tomorrow. Find it, find it, find it. Yeah. Oh God, why did Shinies have to... This is a 5-minute long song. She find it, she find it, she find it. That's enough of that. I'm not doing the whole 5-minute song. 3 minutes is enough. Oh my God, if any of you ever get me to sing like, you know, those 90s hits like American Pie or Inagata de Vida, that's going to be rough. Yeah, so I was big into alternative and grunge in high school and in college. I like Stone Temple Pilots a lot. But like a lot of the music from the early to mid 90s, it was more about the melodies than it was the actual lyrics. There are some bands and songs that I still to this day can't tell you what the lyrics are. Bohemian Rhapsody guitar vocal guitar solo included. You know what? I don't know if I'm going to do that one on stream, Carly, but maybe I'll just record that and send it to you personally. Brought to you by, I read this brought to you by Chevy. Basic example, Nirvana. Kurt was literally always on nonsense in his lyrics. Oh yeah, I mean, I love Nirvana, but don't tell me or don't ask me to decipher what he was singing about. You know what? Some of the early Foo Fighters is the same way too. You know, and it like with Foo Fighters, it wasn't like I couldn't understand what Dave Grohl was saying. It's that I didn't understand what he was like, what he was talking about. Like, I dare anyone, I challenge anyone to read the lyrics to Foo Fighters' Big Me from their self-titled first album and tell me what that song is about. You want to hear me imitate Freddie Mercury? No, you don't. Peg me for a Creed person. Early Creed I liked. Early Creed I liked. My Own Prison. With Arms Wide Open was all right. About how lousy and boring his wife is. Explain it. I'm not doubting you. I believe you. But I need you to explain it to me. Oh, you're making a joke. Never mind. Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. I have to do both parts. Thankfully, that's not an 80s song. Now you want to hear me sing Around the World? Around the world, around the world, around the world, around the world. There you go. Just put that on loop. My favorite Daft Punk song has to be Harder, Faster, Stronger, Better, whatever it's called, that one. And solely because of the viral video that came out like 20 years ago with the person doing it on his hands. What's This Life For? Yep, What's This Life For? I remember that song. I didn't know it was on the H2O soundtrack. Mike Penn from Faith No More had a solo project where he just put words together he thought sounded good, made zero sense. Harley May, I'm assuming that you know the song Epic by Faith No More. You mean the lame Kanye? Oh, is it? That's a Kanye song? I had no idea. So what? So Daft Punk did a cover of Faith No More, of, I'm getting all confused now. Daft Punk did a cover of a Kanye West song? No, you're kidding. You guys can't do this to me. All right, hold on. I gotta text Carly something. No, Carly. I'm gonna text you something later on. It's like it's Nick levels of disgusting, but you just unlocked a memory for me. Oh, Kanye sampled the song in Graduation. Okay, that sounds more realistic. Anime lady from One More Time is in the Fortnite experience. Is she really? I still want to see the whole Daft Punk anime. I know you can like watch it online. I'd like to do that at some point. Because like they made an anime of that whole album, I think. Further back, hashtag shots fired. '77 was close. It was some of the other songs you picked. Oh, what? Paradise by the Dashboard Lights? Yeah, okay. Ha ha ha. I'm not picking these songs. You watched Tron Legacy with the honey yesterday? Nice. That was a fun movie. I preferred
the original Tron, to be honest. But the story-wise, I should say. But the effects and the soundtrack for Legacy were great. Someone silly, what's going on? The anime Interstellar 555 or whatever uses a Daft Punk album as center. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, Ari. That's the one I'm talking about. Listen to Squeeze Me Macaroni by Mr. Bungle when you're free Monday. Carly, do me a favor and DM me that. Because you know how it is on stream. I guarantee I'll forget. Thing you were doing is complete. You'll unveil it in November. Nice. I'm like the Weird Owl of Pennsylvania. I will take it. I did listen to my first ever BB No Dollar Sign song yesterday. And it was cute. I like that the song was very much about him and his buddy singing to a lady friend. But the video was all about him and his buddy just having the cutest little relationship. I have to imagine that was on purpose. Infant lacking financial stability. Yep, baby no money. Baby no money. That's him. BB No Dollar Sign. Yeah, I had not heard of that person before, but you know, like usual, somebody gives me something like a recommendation to listen to something, I will listen to it. Is that? No, of course it's not. It's not shiny. Why would it be shiny? He's cute. You like BB No Money? Is BB No Money like a popular person? My favorite spy franchise: Mission Impossible, James Bond, or Johnny English. I gotta go with James Bond. I never saw Johnny English actually, which is kind of a surprise. The first few Mission Impossibles were cool, but I'll put it this way. Do you remember the one Mission Impossible movie that came out where there was a mole within the agency and Ethan Hunt was framed as a traitor? And so he had to figure out the conspiracy theory while also on the run from the government. Do you guys remember that one? Is the music pretty fun, inoffensive? I have no opinion about the man because I never knew he existed until yesterday. So like I have no frame of reference. I don't know if BB No Money is someone that people like or make fun of or dislike. That's pretty much every movie. Maybe that's why Old Nintendo. Maybe that's why Mission Impossible isn't my favorite spy franchise. Because yeah, it just seems like the plot in each movie is the exact same, just with different stunts. And to be quite fair, if you have a mole in the agency, if you have someone on the inside working against the agency for what 8 movies in a row, I'm starting to think that your agency might need to be shut down. You like him a lot? Yeah, I heard you mention that yesterday. So yeah, I'll have to listen to some more. Austin Powers is pretty good. Third one was a little bit of a letdown. Which Bond is my Bond? I grew up with Dalton. But you know, he's not on anyone's short list as best Bonds. But so I grew up with Dalton, but I probably watched the most Brosnan. Him and Young Gravy dressed up as Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift posing for proposal pictures. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I'm your favorite Bond? That's sad. Oh, sandwich is done. Okay, this sandwich is done. I guess that means we're going to do some packs. You guys ready for some packs? Let's open up a 10-pack. Connery was decent, but he did better movies than that. I think there's a few, like some of the older Bond movies. I don't think there was an issue with the movies themselves. I think it just had to do with movies in general at that time period. Were a little too slow at parts and a little too like expository and just not that exciting. Like they would have a couple of good scenes within the movie, but they weren't really that action packed. Ramble On is not a real ability. Twy, I'm so sorry that you feel that way. All right, let's open up this one, then let's open up a 10 pack. Whoops, open. Yeah, Guess the Plush will be the last game we play. Fast and Furious is sort of a spy franchise too. I watched the first 5, and then that was it. Buy my card. You need that in your collection? Maybe we will make it buyable in the store. All right, we got Alchemy, Celesteela, Dratini, and Probopass. Pierce Brosnan is your favorite Bond? It's definitely the one that I've seen the most of. And also, like some of the Brosnan movies, especially like the later ones, were, and I don't mean this is a bad thing. I mean this is a fun thing. They were so ridiculously campy. Like it was great. It was so much fun to watch. What was the one with Denise Richards? Was that Tomorrow Never Dies? That one was hilarious. All right, here we go. Let's do a 10 pack. Later Connery movies were a little iffy. I've only seen a few of them, honestly. Ooh, we got a what you call it? A foil Celesteela. Nice. Jinx, Leaf Cape, and Starmie EX. Jess with the 2 months of membership. Thank you so much, Jess. Let's get some hype. Happy weekend to you as well. Ooh, and a foil Magirna. Foiled it. Ralts, Monferno, and Arcanine EX. Joy Daniel Craig's rendition took away a lot of that charm. Yeah, I agree. Although I did think Skyfall was a lot of fun, but that might be more because of Javier Bardem. All right, Type Null, Golbat, Brion foil. We're getting a lot of foils today. Love it. And Lycanroc. Also, Dame Judi Dench was fantastic in Skyfall. I love seeing that much of her. Yanma foil. What is up with all the foils? Kakuna, Staryu, and Snorlax EX. Alaska's cousin. What? Electrical Cord, Vaporeon, Froakie, and Arcanine again. Love her so much. She's amazing. Best pulls from the deluxe packs. My best pull was actually yesterday off stream. Frogadier, Wiglet, and Yanmega. And I'll show it to you here in a second. Diamonds are for everything. Like, I haven't seen that one. There's a lot of the classic ones I haven't seen. Gabite, Torracat, Bulbasaur, Bulbasaur foil, and Arceus EX. I'm getting an immersive on the 10th pack. Could you imagine? Horsey, Squirtle, another full art Crawdon. The only full art, or the 1-star full art that I'm missing is Farfetch'd. And Gengar EX, nice. Best one from these packs is a shiny Darkrai. Oh, stop it. Go away. Okay, there we go. Darkrai. Magearna. Florigato. And Giratina. We got the Giratina EX. And Florigato. Kakuna. Jinx. And Mew EX. And that's it. That's it. All right, I'll show you guys real quick what I pulled yesterday. Yeah, Carly May just DMing me nonstop when I'm trying to pull packs. I'm trying to respect her privacy. I like how my camera gives me sass and I talk back to it, tell it to behave, right? Come on, hurry up. And all right, 120. I have 120 now registered. Okay. So this is the card I pulled yesterday. That's the best one I've gotten so far. Scroll, scroll, scroll. Here, I'll show you all my chase cards. We'll do that. Here's all my chase cards for this set. We got the Florigato. Oops, the wrong way. Got the Crawdont, the Greninja, the Gardevoir, the Slurpuff, the Lusamine. We got this last weekend. And then yesterday I got the shiny Giratina. So that was neat. Yeah, the Lusamine card's so good. All right, I have to run to the bathroom real quick because I've had a lot of coffee. So I'll be right back. And where is it? Razzie's in charge. Okay, I'm back. My PFP is already hefty as a ditto in a wig. That is spot on, Carly. I left my door open. I did not leave the door open, Dorian. Good morning, Dorian. Nobody listened. Razzie, I'm so sorry. I don't understand why they don't respect you like I do. All right, let's see if we can get a dang shiny. Snitches get stitches. Oh my goodness. Drake told us not to. Do you do everything Drake tells you to do, Gina? When it comes to Razzie, yes. Interesting. You don't trust anybody named Drake? I don't know anybody named Drake. Good morning, Dorian. Welcome back, Ari. How are the doggos? Razzie gave us too little time to change. In a world of Binas, be Ari and Dor. I have that saying cross-stitched and above my door in the bedroom, Razzie. Gotta run your bed chair hybrid got on the roof. What the heck? That's bizarre. You're Canadian, so you know a few. Is that a popular Canadian name? Drake? I know Drake from the Pokemon games, and I know Drake that makes the snack cakes. Oh, you're just messing with me. Why would you mess with me? Am I free in a few weeks? For what? Drake Bell. Is that Alexander Graham Bell's cousin? A B&E? A breaking and entering? No, I'm not available for breaking and entering. Drake Cat snack cakes are super regional. You mentioned them on stream and nobody knows them. Really? I didn't realize those were regional, Razzie. Well, I'm glad you and I at least know them. I had not heard that, Eric. Smoking a pancake? Bong in a blitz? Tom comes back, he's gonna be so confused. I'm a little confused myself. Flapjack and a cigarette? Well, thank you, Hippo. Thank you to whoever unhid that. What the heck? Oh, my goodness. That was you, Airy. What the heck? You're silly. Y'all, if y'all re-breaking and enter, you want to join. Gina, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I feel like if I got a crew together for some sort of heist, you'd be the one that, like, tripped over something and set off the alarm. I feel like you'd be the one that accidentally sent a armored skeleton down a well and echoed all throughout the mountain. You can stay in the van. You are good at van sitting. All right, let me back up. I'm missing a lot of messages. That's why I don't like hunting like this. You guys know how Samsung phones have that gallery feature where it saves people as their own category? It sorts their faces. I did not know that. That's cool. Apple or Android, what team are we on? I have an Apple phone. The reason I have an Apple phone is because that's the phone that I got back in 2008, and I don't like change. Both my parents have, I think, Samsung phones. Ari, you have a folder of YouTubers. That's cool. You just want to hang out? You can hang out, Gina. Just don't touch anything. You're the one asking what we're doing every 5 minutes. I could see that. Razzie, I don't like the term facial categories. I have the same Apple iPhone for like 6 years. Yeah, I've had in my time I've had an iPhone 3, an 8, a 12, and I just got a 16 a couple months ago. They usually last for at least 3 or 4 years for me. At least. No, more than that. More than that. So what? 2008 was 17 years ago, and I've had 4. So yeah, I'm averaging at least 4 years. Think of a better word because I can't. I mean, you could have just said categories. You have 4 categories. It's the facial that I don't like. I don't like you putting the word facial and chem in the same sentence. Because he's got some weird faces. Do I play any other games on the side? I do. I haven't recently. I do still need to pick Metroid Prime Remastered back up. I want to beat that again before Prime 4 comes out. But honestly, I haven't been doing a lot of video gaming off the channel lately. I'm doing a lot more reading. Is categorized by his face in particular. I mean, you can just call it a chem category. Chem has his own category. Chem has his own folder. All their games were open world concept to scoop up the Zelda people. It does seem that way. Yeah, Prime 4 is in December. It's going to be a beautiful Christmas. Last, please. Sorry, Amber. Doris want to know if you can come over. I'm not going to be able to come over in a few weeks. It's not been a great year work-wise, so things are pretty tight. That, and I'm already taking off next Thursday and Friday for ZA. They should have gone Prime 1, 2, 3, 5. That is a clever math joke, Kim. I like that. Hope things are. Thanks. I mean, it'll be fine. It's just, having to tighten the belt a little bit. Yeah, the widgets aren't selling like they used to. Chemtagory. There we go. John Strecker came up with a good word for you to use, Razzie. Chemtagory. Or a chemalog. Chemalog works too. No more snack binges. Yeah. All right, where is the shiny? Dang it. Stupid Dreadnought. I can't believe we haven't seen a shiny Dreadnought yet. You didn't explode anything in your chemistry experiment? That's good. I'm proud of you, Mewtwo. I'm glad you avoided an explosion. Come on. There we go. Got shiny Oshawott yesterday. Congratulations, Gina. It's about time. So now what? In PLA, right. In PLA, not Scarlet Violet. Is this going to be a scam witch? We got 20 minutes left. Probably not. You're tired? I am too, Espeon. I am too. Thank you all so much for the likes. We've now hit our like goal. Can we get a like goal of 55? I think we can do 55. What do you guys think? Estoy cansado, jefe. Early May, thank you for the like goal. And, appreciate the what the hefties. Get on my Twitch outfit to make it work. You know what? I will say this. It has brought us luck in the past. If we don't get this today, tomorrow I will wear the Poliwhirl hoodie. That thing seems to bring us a lot of luck. What's Brett in Spanish? Yes, it's Brett. Did you know that Brett is a German word as well? It means board, as in board game. If you were to buy a board game in Germany, you would be buying a Brettspielen. I learned this because when I lived in Germany, we took a field trip to a German school, and we had to introduce ourselves in German. And so I said, hello, wow, it's been a long time. Mich name es Brett. That's not German, what I just said. But anyway, I said, hi, my name is Brett. And all the kids were like, Brett? Because they were basically saying, like, bored? Your name's Bored? You're buying a hefty game now? Do it. Board 517. Could you imagine somebody's being like, hi, my name's Bored? S-Board 517. That's my stalker, Razzie. My German stalker's named S-Board 517. You're the worst German ever? That's not true. I can think of at least one in particular that's worse than you, Eric. You wish your social security number was in the hundreds? Yeah. Scroll number, that's right. 517. Hefty 517. Jerry! What's going on, Jerry? You're still here. I thought you left. You've been quiet. That made you spit out your drink? I'm sorry, Ari. I didn't mean to make a mess. You're part German too? You're okay in my books? Oh, thank you. Gaming on the side. What you going for right now, Jerry? What's you gaming on? What you hunting for? What's the deets? Who all's doing Solosis Community Day tomorrow? I am. Solosis is my favorite. Well, technically, or Uniclus is my favorite psychic Pokemon. Darkville, what's going on, Darkville? Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Rolling me off last night. I'm studying for Delmise. Nice. Not doing an SOS for Delmise? Favorite psychic Pokemon is probably Vibrava. That's a good choice, Ari. Be out there tomorrow, but not a modern you care for? How dare? Again, a huge hatred for Burmy today. Why is that? No, I don't blame you. It's a tough one, Jerry. I don't remember the strat off the top of my head, but I do remember that you have to get, like, the color has to be a specific level. You need to have a specific type of Pokemon that you're hunting with. And I think the setup is a little bit RNG based, if I remember correctly. Like, you need to get lucky enough to get to, like, pull out the setup. Once you get the setup set up, then you're good to go. But I do remember it being quite a pain. And then plus, it's a call rate of 3. He jumped out your 2 excellent throws. A Burmy jumped out of 2 excellent throws? What the heck? You hope November Community Day is going to be something like Mareep? I'd be good with that. I honestly don't have any shiny Pokemon in the Mareep line in Pokemon Go. And I'm already looking forward to the December Pokemon Go Community Day weekend because I somehow embarrassingly completely forgot about the Quaxley Community Day. So I didn't get any of the shiny Quaxley. Mr. Song, what was it? Shinies, it was Stone Temple Pilots plush. Riolu would be good. I don't even have a Riolu. Ooh, I did hatch a Togepi today, which I was really excited about. So I finally have a Togepi I can send over to home. Going to the city safari in December. Awesome. Give me money for shoes, Hefty Wefty, or I'll drag you to the slammer. Oh my goodness, Hudson. Just let me know where to send the money, and I will wire it over immediately. Cutting Crew, I Just Died in Your Arms. That's a great song. But that's an 80s song, not a 90s song. Always at least one community day that's missed. I've been doing pretty good the last few years. Quaxley's the first one in a few years I've missed. I was not... That was a rough weekend, I remember. I don't remember exactly why, but I had a lot on my mind. And I remembered it earlier in the day, and then next thing I knew it was like 6 o'clock, and I was like, crap, I completely forgot. 80s and 90s are a blur, so many moons have passed. I know, right? You almost missed Rookidee? I'm so happy I didn't miss Rookidee. I love shiny Rookidee. And I don't mean shiny Corviknight, I mean shiny Rookidee. I love shiny Rookidee. Missed the Eevee Community Day, and now you're paying for it big time. I used that one to knock out a lot of my level 42 research. Of course, now it's a moot point because I'm not going to reach level 42 in the next 3 days or whatever, 4 days. Must have missed. Yeah, I think the Mareep Community Day was before I got into Community Days. Like the first, I think, 2 years of Community Days, I did not participate. All you Pogo nerds. Yes, we are. You have like 50 shiny Eevees? That's so many. Airy, please. That's my chem impression. Airy, please. Take off, you hoser. Don't get it twisted. Work on that. No, I think I'm good with the way it is. Thank him, that's Kim Nation. I've never met this Kim Nation that you guys all talk about. And Mia wins. Got the voice crack in there. Oh, come on, Shiny. Where the heck are ya? Yeah, I will be wearing the Poliwhirl hoodie tomorrow. Kim's your mom's last name, but not your last name. I cannot do a Dorian laugh impression. I would not besmirch the good name of Dorian by doing a terrible impression of his amazing laugh. do it. No, I can't. It's going to be terrible, and then you're going to hate me forever. And I couldn't live with that. I can't impersonate people's laughs. I can barely impersonate people's voices. I don't even know what my laugh sounds like. Can I impersonate your voice? No. Nope, not doing it. Not doing it. I don't need that hate. Not from you, Carly, but from everybody else on the internet. I'm smart enough not to try and impersonate someone like you with all your fans. I don't want to get mobbed by the Carlys, which is what I've named your fan group. I smirk and my face turns red. Gina, please. Keanu Reeves would do it. I am no Keanu Reeves. I will say that a couple years ago, I did a pretty good stop it. It was good enough that a few people referenced it a couple times. Stop it. Make fun of your voice? I could never, Eric. Your voice is too nice. Keanu Reeves played a Carly-esque character in Dracula. Did I see funny in the DM? I thought I did. When did you send it? Was it yesterday or today? Wait, which one? The last funny I have from you is the Mischievous. Oh my God, Ari, I did not notice that. That's so funny. When I'm in the comic book store, I don't have good reception. So I guess what happened was it posted, and then like when I got, later on in the day it posted again. I did not notice that. That's hilarious. Best accent ever, Siskel and Ebert. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, Keanu's not the best with accents. Dog tore her baby up. She's had for years. Uh-oh. I was in the comic book store. I was in the pool. Enough of these location-based excuses, Hefty. Sorry, Razzie. Oh my goodness, Razzie. Ariana. Knock it off. What's my usual experience in the comic store? Well, seeing as how I'm a man in my mid-40s, I walk in, no one bothers me. I pick out the comics that I want to purchase. I go up to the counter, and they say, "Are you all ready to check out?" And I say, "Yes." And then I give them money, and then I leave the store. If I was not a man in my 40s, it might be a little bit of a different reception. Keanu is best at being Keanu. That's true. No one can do Keanu better. But yeah, to Dorian's point, I am the type of guy that if I'm not like on a time crunch, I will probably spend way too much time in there. There have been times where I've spent 2 hours just looking through boxes just to see what they have. At least one person had to have recognized me. Not from YouTube, but yeah, I am a regular there. The owner of the shop is the same guy that's been my, that I bought comics from since 2003. He always, whenever he gets new stuff in, he always saves it for me to look at before he puts it out for sale. But yeah, I will just like look through comics. I got a really cool comic that I was really excited about when I went to visit Amber and Dorian once. They took me to their comic shop, and they had this classic Captain America comic from the late 70s, in which Captain America basically he quits being Captain America. He becomes disenfranchised with the U.S. government, and he quits. This was, well, it wasn't, because of this in the comic storyline. In the real world, this had happened in the aftermath of the Nixon era. So, because of what was happening in the real world with Nixon, Marvel decided to do a story where Captain America becomes disenfranchised with how the government was acting. And so for a while he quit being Captain America, and he became a character named Nomad. Comic store yapper or looker? I'm a looker. I don't talk to people, except for the people that work there. And they always start their conversation. They're like, hey Hefty, what's going on? And I'll talk to them, especially the owner. We'll chit chat for a while. But I don't talk with other people in the store. And the people that drive me crazy are the people that wait until they get up to the counter, and then they decide to have a conversation with the people that work there. And I'm like standing behind them, and I'm like, yo, dude, can you just like check out? Like, you can move to the side and continue your conversation, but can you not like have a 20-minute conversation with the employees in the checkout line? They call me Brett, because that's my name. They call me Brett, because that's my name. My name is Brett, and that's my name. They're crowdfunding a 2D Illustrials game. The only reason I know about Illustrials is because of this community, honestly. Like, I know that A Drive used to be a big Pokemon streamer, and then he kind of moved on to his own thing with the Illustrials. But I don't know anything about it. It's like a card game, right? I thought my name was Board. In Germany, it is. Monster High Dolls just released their Xenomorph doll. That's actually kind of sweet. I didn't know Monster High Dolls were still a thing. I remember seeing commercials for those in like the early 2000s, right? Am I thinking the same thing? They're like Bratz, but like horror version. Sounds like a YouTube comment. Can you check out? Yeah, it's just annoying. Like, how come you have to have a conversation like at the counter? About 2010? Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I watched some of his videos when I first got into shiny hunting, because obviously those at the time were the types of videos that YouTube would suggest if you were looking for shiny hunting. And not for me. Not for me. I'll never forget there was this one video, I think it was in Let's Go. He found a shiny Pidgey and he was like streaming like in his attic or something. It looked like he had a pretty sweet setup in his attic. Because I seem to remember like the ceiling being slanted. But like he found a shiny Pidgey and he got up and like ran around the room and like fell on the floor, like not fell on the floor like he tripped, but like fell to his knees, and he was all excited and everything. And I'm just kind of like, for a shiny Pidgey? And that's when I was like, this is either A, not genuine, or B, not the type of person I want to watch. He was top 4, basically an addict, but he actually timed people out if they called it an addict. Did he really? Why? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with having a sweet setup in the attic? I mean, it was a sweet setup. I mean, that looked like whatever the attic version is of a man cave. It looked awesome. So I did for Palkia and Articuno 2 best first encounter. Yeah, see, that makes sense, Mewtwo. That's fine. That I could understand a big reaction for, but it was like the most basic thing. It was like a shiny Pidgey in Let's Go, and he's acting like he got a first encounter Deoxys. Sarah, what's going on? Good to see you. I mean, you know, no shade. He obviously knows what he's doing. He became a very successful content creator, but that's just, I mean, for me, it's like, okay, this is not my cup of tea. Man Tower. I like that. Man Tower. I mean, it seriously was a sweet setup. I thought it looked cool. Ari, I keep looking down at that picture, and it looks freaking awesome. Shiny Cornholio, what's going on, bud? Your book should be on its way. Hey, is that a shiny? Is that a shiny Noctowl? Random shiny Noctowl. What the heck? And it's marked. Cooking strawberry sauce for your cake you baked. Ooh, that sounds cool. You hate Choodle with all your being. Every fiber of your cell is filled with unending loathing for that vile creature. Oh my goodness, Ari. That was random. I mean, that's a full odds shiny, well, full shiny charm odds shiny right there. Big Cheese said, like, new ZA news, great. 9-minute video, why? Yeah, there's certain content on YouTube I enjoy. There's other content on YouTube I do not enjoy, and I think it's best if I just leave it that way. Hey, now he said Pokemon. How did he say Pokemon? Why am I asking a written chat how something was pronounced? It's one of my biggest pet peeves, and I always fall into that trap. You like Choodle only because you own an actual turtle? I like turtles. I always wanted a turtle as a pet when I was a kid. Pokemon? Pokemon? What would make me keep the shiny fine phasing? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would be hard pressed to think of any reason why a shiny phase on this hunt would be good enough to keep. Although, I mean, that was really sweet. Just like a full Shiny Charm odds Noctowl out of nowhere. And I don't even remember seeing, not that I've been looking closely, but I don't even remember seeing any Noctowls today. Like Choodle, you sure your turtle has a skull that's smaller than its entire shell and can be retracted for defense? Choodle is an abomination. Ah, so that's why you don't like Choodle, because it's not anatomically correct. Oh yeah, the accent over the E. Yeah, the whole Pokemon versus Pokemon discussion. I'm hard pressed to tell you how I usually pronounce it. Pokemon. I think I say like polka. Like Pokemon. Like a regular A, not even like a hard A. Pokemon. Any fun stuff happening this weekend other than hanging out with you, OND? I'll be eating some foods today. Watching some movies probably. That's about it. Polka, polka, polka. Who here honestly pronounces the L in polka? Wait a second. Old Nintendo, what even the heck is that? I blame Razzie. That's... Why you gotta show a picture of me without my hat on? Justin Gardini. Wow, what a throwback, Razzie. Wow. Wow. That's like, Razzie, that comment right there, that's like, tell me you're twice as old as your target audience without telling me you're twice as old as your target audience. Somebody needs to bring an Oscartron to really get me going with Razzie added in. Oh my goodness. I haven't talked to Oscar in a while. I need to shoot him a howdy ho. Senior year of high school. No. My hair's never been that long. I do have a picture of me freshman year in college. Do I still have it here? I do. I do still have it here. Here's a picture of me freshman year in college. Well, I just show like all my contact information. Come on, focus. That was me freshman year. I was very excited to get my picture taken. Such a little guy. I was wearing my Mighty Mighty Boss Tones t-shirt in that picture. I think I still have, actually. I aged like fine wine. Sarah! You're sweet. Was that a Dax Shepard? That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me. Jeez. Thank you for that amazing compliment. Wine cooler. Oh my gosh. George Costanza thing going on. What do you mean by that? Tread lightly with what you're about to say. The face remains the same. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Without a paddle vibes. Yeah, I mean, it was 1998. You like me better without the hat? That's nice of you to say. I should cut my hair this weekend, too. Handsome like George Costanza. You're an interesting person, Mia. Your PFP looks like Hefty stepped on a rake and it hit him in the face, and he turned around and stepped on a rake and it hit him in the face, and he turned around and stepped on a rake and it hit him. It is very, it's very Sideshow Bob pilled. Picture of me with a suit and without a cap was nice. Thank you. You were 8. Thank you. Thank you, Eric, for making me feel old. Lose my color. Costanza Riz, as the kids say. No kid has ever said Costanza Riz. And if they have, we have failed as a society. What'd you just remember, Ari? How was he always dating women, though? And he even almost got married. Child of Daniel Stern. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. He reminds me of DJ Qualls. I wish I could say you were the first person to compare me to DJ Qualls. That would be a lie. I am accepting the compliments, Gina. That's so sad. I'm sorry. I am too. Costanza Ritz sounds like something Ritz Cracker Line came out with, right? That reminds me of the fancy Canadian restaurant that Shinies and I are going to open, Poutine on the Ritz. He's going to handle the kitchen, and I'm going to handle the marketing. What's on the menu? Poutine. There be live singers? Yes. Yes, it'll be a jazz club / poutine restaurant. Black tie only. You need to be wearing a tuxedo to eat your poutine. Where did you leave your bag? Well, I didn't see it here this morning. So I'm going to guess somewhere in your apartment. Yeah, I'll be singing. I'll be doing all the singing. I miss Rainforest Cafe. What's going on, Zed? Ari, I did not know that. Thank you for telling me that. I love learning new words in foreign languages. You found it? Was it where I said it was? Make the entire restaurant theme like a fancy hotel and everyone sits in chairs that look like small beds? That's a good idea. I can't believe another sandwich is gone. Alright guys, guess the Pokemon plush. I have a Pokemon plush sitting right here. Gotta guess it. You like the food and ambiance, but you're all super young. Me too. I mean, honestly, I think the last time I ate a Rainforest Cafe Razzie, I was probably like 11 or 12. Not Rowlet. What is it again? Oh, yeah. Not Rowlet, not Arbok, not Amora, not Zapdos, not Choodle. Not Pudgy. Not Spearow. I'm going to give you guys a clue right away because I have been doing a terrible job at keeping track of time. The clue is, it is a fire type. Not Aeron, not Slowpoke, not Eternatus, not Raichu, not Basculin, not Noctowl. Rainforest Cafe was founded in the 1950s. Razzie. I thought we were getting along. Not Tepig, not Ponyta, not Chimchar, not Reshiram, not Zard. I don't know why I keep checking these. The sandwich is done. Let's take a look at our Noctowl. Not Fatso the Goldfish, aka Chi-Yu. Not Arceus Fireplate, not Moltres. This has been a great stream. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, Jerry. I did too. I don't know what's gotten into me. Have you eaten yet, Razzie? Have you gone to the diner? Not Emboar, not Scentscourge, not Panseer. Why muscle memory. I don't know why I opened up a picnic. Not Chimchar, not Centipede, not Vulpix, not Heracross. I'll give you guys a hint. This is a... Just gotta double check. Make sure I don't say something wrong. All right, here's your second hint. This is a ground type Pokemon. All right, let's take a look at this Noctowl. Where's my shiny GU? It's in home. Brawleon. It is not Camera Up, it's not Carkol, but it is Numel. Shiny Cornholio got it. It is, in fact, Numel. I can't remember if we did this one already or not, but to be honest, we're probably getting to the territory where we're going to start repeating some. But it's Numel. Good job, Shiny Cornholio, followed by John Streckert, followed by Big Cheese. All right. This random shiny Noctowl is naughty. Oh, Ari, we already did it. We already did it. You are half right. It was Spider-Man. And it has a mark. It is Sleepy Time. A sleepy, naughty Noctowl. Just like Carly. Sleepy and naughty. That's how everyone describes her. I asked ChatGPT. I said, ChatGPT, what do you know about the streamer named Carly May? And ChatGPT said, she is sleepy and naughty. And I said, no, YouTube streamer. And ChatGPT said, oh, yeah, she's cool. But yeah, here it was, Ari. Here it was, the Spider-Man book. Including the first appearance of Black Cat. Being naughty is always fun, as long as you don't get caught. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for all the fun. I have a lot of thank yous to make. Those thank yous include, but are not limited to, Eric for the 29 months of membership, James the Catboy for rejoining the Poliwag Party, Joseph for rejoining the Poliwag Party, John Streckett for the 19 months, Pokestar for the 2 months, Eric for the $9.99, Gina for the $9.99, Shiniest for the Canadian $13.99, and Jess for the 2 months. Thank you all so much. Thank you to the mods for being wonderful. Thank you all for keeping me company during this hunt that I absolutely hate. Hopefully tomorrow will be the day. Yeah, I will be wearing the Poliwhirl hoodie for extra luck. But everyone be good. Take care. Do something nice for someone today just because it's the right thing to do and for no other reason. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.